Hey, Claire here. For those of you who are just joining me, I see that there are a few new people that are interested in watching me go through this collection that I have. You may know or notice that some of the stacks over here got shorter. You can kind of see my brother's drawing on the wall over there. I had some friends come over and go through comic books with me, so that stack is about 4 boxes shorter now, which is really exciting. We spent an afternoon and just powered through some of those comics, and it was a lot of fun, and I'll show you guys what we found when we did that. We did find some really exciting stuff, cool comics, and we found a reprint of the first issue of Action Comics where Superman is introduced. It is a reprint, but still cool, just a little bit of history there. So that's just, I'll show you what we found next time, but for this time I am going to be finishing up those DC comics. Last time I finished out Marvel, this time I'm going to be finishing out DC. I did already get started and have a box. I just stayed late a couple of nights and went through the box for Legion of Superheroes and Legionnaires. So these still have to go into that box, and I found these additional copies whenever I was going through other DC comics, which means I had to pull out some of the ones from the back of the box. Like I had to pull out my stack of Crimson Avenger here, but I do have just 3 copies of Crimson Avenger. Oh, that cover is really cool. I forgot about that one. Like I said, I was doing these up late and I was just powering through them. And then the Amethyst, Princess of Gemworld, I had to take that stack out of there. We did talk a little bit about those, and I had to pull Cool World out of there, and Chain Gang. So those had to come out to make room for this stack of Legion of Superheroes, and then this little stack of Legionnaires. I think these comics are pretty cool personally. I don't know that there's much interest in these. I haven't seen anything so far, but I still think like they're pretty cool. And a lot of these are just duplicates of the same comic. Like I've got 2 copies of this one and then 2 copies of the other one that I just showed. So. But those have got to make it into the Legionnaires box, which I'm pretty excited about, to say like there is a whole box that I can just now label for Legions of Superhero and Legionnaires. To me personally, that's pretty exciting, because it gives me a better sense of organization for the collection. So I have this list of all of the DC comics. I kind of just walked around the room and wrote down everything that was DC that is needing to go into a box onto this card. And I've also been taking the time to put comic books that were loose into sleeves with backing. I didn't get a whole lot of sizes of backing boards and sleeves, so they're kind of just having to fit. Most of them so far have fit into the silver edition sleeves, which I also really like because they're resealable and they don't have to deal with this tape, which is such a nightmare. I have finally ripped the first cover, trying to take that off and reuse that tape, so I won't be doing that anymore. They're going to be, if I have to open it up, probably going to go into a new sleeve. So a lot of comics have gone into that, and one of my good friends, Randy, helped me to put a lot of the Batman comics into, from the box he was looking through, into new sleeves. So you'll see some of that next time. But for now, I am going to hop over and finish putting these Legionnaires and Legion of Superheroes into their box. They are already on the catalog, so I just have to put them straight into the box, and then we're gonna wrap up with the rest of the comics that are in here. I'm thinking I probably have to put them into 2 boxes. So without further ado, let's jump over and I can show you what I've got. Alright, so I got started just putting away some of the Legionnaires comics. I did have to reference my catalog when I was putting all of these away, just to know where they fit into to the box. I didn't want to just shove them in there and be in the wrong order, so I took my time really going through the catalog and the comics that were in the box to make sure that they went into the right place. I cut out a lot of me standing around trying to decipher my own catalog, and again, just the same time as I did with the Marvel books, I'm going to drop a link to the DC catalog that I've been working on. And same as last time, there's a key in the front to help you kind of understand my organization in these. And if you have a better idea for how to organize all of these comics, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm going to run out of storage space pretty soon on my Google Drive just trying to catalog all of these comics. So I'm about to wrap up here, and this is my first box of DC Comics finished and complete. And now I jumped straight into cataloging these. And while I was going through the All-Star comics, I got really excited because I remembered that when I was going through my first couple of boxes, I found another All-Star comic, and it was the first appearance of Power Girl. So to me, that was really exciting to see and remember. But it did jog my memory and let me know and make a reminder to myself that I'm going to have to go back and put that book with these, because it did fall right in front of the issues that I had here and was showing here. So just starting to go through the unexpected, and I cataloged a couple of one-off issues that you've seen before, like the Harley Quinn copy and the copy of the Creeper that I had. And I felt kind of bad going through some of these, because as I've gone over that issue of the unexpected is really old. It's hole punched, falling apart, and I did have to go through and organize these again. I did make some mistakes when I was sorting them by issue number and date the first time around, so you'll see some of that. And I know I said I was going to just put these all in new sleeves, but I quickly realized that I did not have enough sleeves to put all of these into new ones. So some of them just had to be recycled and put back into their same home, and I'm going to have to get more sleeves. I've already gone through an entire pack, and you'll see that here in a minute, where I emptied out one pack of the comic book sleeves. These are more of the Brave and the Bold, and I found some of those before, but they were different superheroes, and I just try to keep the Butcher with those Brave and the Bold copies because they had the Butcher in them, and same thing with the Green Lantern. And if I find any that are of the question, I'll put that together. Going through the Batman comics, I really did have to stop there and reorganize those, and I was going to the catalog. A lot of what you'll see on the catalog is something that I mentioned my friend Randy organized and he put in there. He was a lot more thorough with the information than I was, and it made me second guess myself a lot. So I'm going to go back and fill in some more details, but I tried to keep as many details as what he put in there. So I know this box will have to somehow be incorporated with the box he organized, or sort some of those out, and I know that these fill in some of the gaps on the other box, so that's exciting for me. But I'm gonna wait until I get through the other 3 tubs of comics before I start rearranging things like that. And this is the next round of comics. I just started it right off with the Challengers of the Unknown. I went and grabbed those out of the their place, and I set aside the JSA and Superman comics and Superboy comics that you'll see here on the pile to my left, and that's just because my camera died when I was trying to go through those, but you'll see some of them as I move them around to get to the stack of Green Lantern that's underneath it. The Cadam Apton comics I thought was really cool. There is one here that is missing the issue number on it, and I thought that was kind of interesting. It was issue number 175. I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully I'll find some information on that pretty soon here about why it's missing the issue number printed on the cover. So a lot of these have like the date and the issue number published on the front, and I just don't know why that one was missing that information, but it was. For the Green Lantern, you'll see I really had to do some of that reorganization here, and I found some Green Lantern Corps, and separated those out, and then there was the Tales of the Green Lantern Corps. I did find one issue of Green Lantern Mosaic, and I found some of those before, so that one's going to go pop in with those. And I just got these all into new sleeves, and like I mentioned before, I love these new comic book sleeves. They're so nice just to peel off the backing and not have to worry about peeling your cover or getting the tape stuck to the cover if you're going to go back in. It just feels really convenient. So all of these loose issues here that you see, they got put into new sleeves. I'm feeling really good about having those protected a little bit more than they were before, instead of just in a box where they could get damaged more easily. And I just tried to speed through a lot of this, and this I know is sped up and you're going to be watching in probably like 10-15 minutes. It really took me several hours. I think I sat down and did this for 4 to 5 hours, just going through the comics and cataloging them and then getting them into the box. And it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but it does feel really rewarding to go through it and find little gems. And it feels rewarding to get them into boxes and enjoy them while I'm doing it. But try not too much to repeat myself here, so I'm sorry if a lot of this is duplicate information. But again, if you have anything notable to share about any of these that you're seeing, please drop me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, so I'm back. I finished out a second box of comics, and you kind of saw what went into there. There was Green Lantern, there were some one-off comics. Let's see, there was some Superman. I didn't get to show those because it's a little late and it's getting a little dark, so it's hard to really see what's going on in there. Captain Atom, Challengers of the Unknown. You saw some of the Brave and the Bold. And the Butcher. So that's all that went into the second box. It's looking like there's going to be closer to 3 to 4 boxes. I'm setting my hopes on 3 for all of the DC ones so far. Just that's out. I'd like to get them put away. But yeah, so you saw me put some new sleeves and backing boards in with a lot of those comics, and overall I'm pretty happy with the organization that's coming along so nicely. Not as nice as I would like, but it'll have to do. So yeah, I got a lot of those done. I'm hoping that after I show you what my friends and I were able to do, what they were able to so graciously help me with, that you'll see the finished product of the boxes. So I'm looking at 7 boxes total now, put away, nice and organized. I'm really excited for that because it feels like I'm finally making progress. And I'm doubly excited that my friends say that they want to do that again and maybe have some of their friends that were interested in the comics that they were sharing with them come over and help. So it's really exciting. I feel like other people are getting enjoyment out of these comics, which is ultimately what I wanted. But overall, I'm really excited with the work that's been done. I've got to label that box still, but I get to push it to the side and start my new wall, moving all of this stuff slowly over. But I mean, I really feel like you can see a dent. They're not a bunch of piles behind me. I've still got this pile of comics behind me, but this pile slimmed down a lot, and so did the other 2. And really, there are just piles everywhere. And I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog over there. She's just chilling out, hanging with me. So I hope that you will join me next time as I finish up these DC comics. I really thought I was going to be able to do that this time, but it's looking like I had my hands way more full than I thought that I did. So yeah, I hope you'll join me next time as I go through all of these. And again, if you saw anything that was interesting to you, if you have anything notable about any of the comics, if there's something that you want to share with me or other people, please drop a comment down below for me. I would really appreciate it because it's a lot of work and time. Like, these videos are kind of short, but there is a lot of Googling and a lot of looking over Go Collect and CGC and just eBay, like just scouring the internet for information, and it's very time consuming. So if somebody has a helpful pointer for one of these, I would love to hear that. And if you're interested in it, let me know again. But I appreciate all of you who are subscribing and watching and listening, and giving me feedback, talking to me. So I want to let you know I'm super thankful for all of you. But I hope you'll join me next time. And I can't wait to show you what my friends and I did. Bye.